On our anniversary, my fiancée announced she'd forgotten her purse and dashed out of the restaurant halfway through dinner to get it from the apartment. 25 minutes later, a text landed. Change of plans, heading to my ex's tonight. Don't wait up. I typed back. Cool. No worries. Then I packed every single thing she owned, had the locks rekeyed, and overnight the engagement ring to her ex with a short note. Congratulations, she's all yours now. 4 hours later, he was blowing up my phone, cursing. She was parked on the sidewalk outside his condo with 8 suitcases and a cooler of cold sea base, sobbing for him to buzz her up. There's a special kind of humiliation when you're sitting solo in a Michelin-starred restaurant on your anniversary, working your way through a $900 bottle of Bordeaux while the entire staff shoots you pity glances sharp enough to cut glass. That was me last Saturday night. 34 years old, commercial real estate developer, freshly engaged to the woman I was sure was the one. Spoiler, she was not. Let me rewind. Lauren and I had been together 3.5 years, engaged 7 months. She's a luxury property broker, gorgeous, magnetic, always the best dressed person in any room. I fell hard for her drive, her laugh, the way she could close an 8-figure deal before lunch. I ignored the red flags. The ex, Connor. She still spoke about with a nostalgic sparkle the client dinners that mysteriously killed her phone battery, the weekends she'd disappear with excuses thinner than tissue paper. But I was in love, or what I thought was love, so I swallowed every lie. Last Saturday was our official 3-year mark. I'd booked Lucille, the kind of place where the menu is written in calligraphy and the sommelier cries if you mispronounce a vineyard. I had the table decorated with white orchids, a bottle of 2008 Krug Chilling, and a custom sapphire and diamond bracelet in my jacket pocket, easily north of 15 grand. Looking back, I see how completely I'd been played myself, always footing every bill, gifting her Hermes and Louboutins, letting her tool around in the Range Rover I paid for while she invested her commissions into our future. Classic doormat behavior. She was fidgety from the moment we sat down, eyes darting to her phone, glancing at the entrance like she was waiting for a celebrity drop-in. I asked if she was okay. Just a listing about to go live. She lied smoothly. We'd barely finished the amuse-bouche when she did her Oscar-worthy performance. Patted her clutch, gasped theatrically, "Oh no, I left my wallet at home. I have to run back real quick." I raised an eyebrow. "You've never paid for dinner once in 3 years, Lore." She flashed that megawatt smile. "It's not about money, babe. My driver's license is in there and I might need it later. I'll be 20 minutes, promise. Keep my halibut warm." And just like that, she clicked out in her Valentinos, leaving me with 2 plates of food and a sinking feeling in my gut. 17 minutes later, the text arrived. Change of plans, heading to Connor's tonight. Don't wait up. No emoji. No apology. Not even the dignity of a phone call. The restaurant suddenly felt like a spotlight. I could feel every eye in the room on me. I took one slow breath, signaled the waiter and said, "Check, please. And please box the ladies' halibut to go." Paid the $1,100 tab, tipped the poor kid 40% because none of this was his fault, and walked out carrying a $180 piece of fish in a gold embossed box. In the car, I stared at the message for a solid minute, then replied, "Cool, no worries." Let her think I was broken. Let her think I'd wait like a loyal puppy. It would make the next few hours so much more delicious. First call. My locksmith, Javier. "Bro, you free tonight?" "Always for you, man. What's up?" "Need every lock in the house changed within the next 2 hours." "Say less. On my way." Second call. My attorney, Danielle. Yes, on a Saturday night. That's why I pay her the big bucks. Kill the prenup draft. Start prepping paperwork to sell the Range Rover and separate all finances immediately. Consider it done. By the time I pulled into the driveway, I was ice cold. I walked straight to her walk-in closet, pulled the 3-carat oval diamond ring she only wore on special occasions from her jewelry tray, and replaced it with the flawless moissanite dupe I'd had made 8 months earlier when my gut first started whispering. Paranoia pays off sometimes. Then I packed. Not in anger, in surgical precision. Every dress, every pair of $1,500 heels, every skincare serum, every passport, birth certificate, and designer tampon, neatly folded or wrapped into suitcases and banker boxes. Gifts I'd given her over the years, the Van Cleef necklace, the Rolex, the Birkins, stayed behind. Those weren't leaving with her. Javier showed up at 10 p.m., rekeyed the front door, back door, and garage in 45 minutes. Handed me 6 shiny new keys and said, "You good, King." I tipped him $500 and kept moving that I knew exactly where Connor lived. Lauren had pointed out his building once, just so you know where not to buy. I called a 24-hour same-day courier, scheduled pickup for every box and suitcase, destination. Connor's penthouse, arrival by 8 a.m. separate small padded envelope for him personally. Inside was the moissanite ring in its original box, the now cold halibut in a chilled pack, and a handwritten card. Connor, since Lauren decided our anniversary was better spent with you, I figured you two are officially back on. Congratulations. Enclosed is the ring she won't be needing anymore. Her dinner got cold. Bon appetit. By 2 a.m. the house was spotless. Every trace of Lauren erased. I canceled her on every streaming service, removed her from my Amex, transferred her tiny balance from our joint account into a new account in her name only, and disabled her garage code. Then I poured a 25-year Macallan and waited for the show. 2:37 a.m. Lauren. Baby, where are you? My key isn't working. 2:41 a.m. Lauren. This isn't funny, Scott. 2:55 a.m. Lauren. Answer your phone. 3:12 a.m. Lauren. Where is all my stuff? He sipped and watched the messages pile up. Then at 4:07 a.m. an unknown number. I picked up. Yo, what the actual fuck, man? Connor, half drunk, half furious. Problem? Yeah, your crazy ex is camped outside my lobby with a mountain of Louis Vuitton and security's about to call the cops. Why the hell did you send her here? I smiled into the dark. She told me she was spending the night with you. I was just helping her move in. He barked a laugh despite himself. Bro, I haven't touched her in years. She showed up in a cocktail dress claiming she finally left you for me. I told her to kick rocks. I've got a girlfriend. Sounds like you've got a new roommate then. Nah, man. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Tell her I said good luck. I heard muffled crying. Then Lauren grabbed the phone. Scott, baby, it's all a misunderstanding. I hung up, blocked both numbers, finished the scotch. Next morning I woke up strangely energized. House was silent, closet half empty, but the air felt clean. Sold the Range Rover by noon Monday. Title was in my name only. Thank God. Lauren tried everything in the following weeks. Showing up at my office, escorted out by security. Sending friends as emissaries. Getting her mom to call and beg. I calmly explained events to her mother, who ended the call with, "I'm so sorry, sweetheart," to you. Best part? Lauren tried to pawn the engagement ring for rent money 3 weeks later. Jeweler laughed her out of the store when he saw moissanite under the loupe. The real diamond is now converted into the down payment on a lake house she always called too isolated. The sapphire bracelet went back to the jeweler. Proceeds funded a month in Santorini I leave for in 9 days. My closet is now full of clothes she hated. I eat steak whenever I want. Date night is now with my PlayStation or my broker, whichever texts back first. Update: 2 weeks later the internet asked for tea, so here it is. Lauren is currently bouncing between friends' guest rooms. Connor confirmed she'd been hooking up with him on and off for 8 months whenever I was out of town on acquisitions. She genuinely thought he'd take her back permanently that night. He didn't. She's apparently persona non grata in most of our old circles now. Update: 1 month later, final. Ran into Connor at a rooftop bar last night. Ended up having drinks. Turns out we both love craft IPAs and 90s hip-hop. He told me she'd been chasing him hard for months, sending lingerie pics, showing up at his office. The anniversary was her nuclear I choose you moment. He chose door number 3. None of the above. She's now living with her mom in Scottsdale, quit her brokerage for a fresh start, and is already on Hinge using 3-year-old photos of us, carefully cropped. Some habits die hard. I close on the lake house next week. Greece was incredible. Came home bronzed, rested, and completely over her. The house is repainted in colors she despised, furniture replaced, and the only female energy present is my cleaning lady Marta, who gets paid on time and never lies. Final scorecard of Lauren's attempts to reach me: 63 calls, 142 texts, 29 emails, 7 edible arrangements, returned, 4 Uber Eats deliveries of my favorite dessert from a secret admirer, declined, and 1 attempted forced entry that ended with Metro Police giving her a trespass warning. Someone once said the best revenge is living. Well, they were half right. The best revenge is living well on your own damn terms, in a house that finally feels like home, with 0 drama and a wine fridge that's always full. To everyone who sent messages of support, thank you. To anyone going through the same, hang in there. 1 text message can wreck your night, but it can also hand you your whole life back. Turns out I never needed her. I just needed to stop needing her.